Boom! Today, I'm going to teach you a simple trick to keep you from picking the wrong of two PMP answers. All right, so let's go through this. Now, before I show you this trick, I want to tell you a little bit of story, all right? So I used to work on a ship, a big merchant ship, go across the ocean, do stuff like that. I was on a container ship for a while. Then I was on just like we bulk carried stuff. Doesn't matter. But we were out in the sea, right? And you know what's bad if you're on a ship and you're at sea? Things breaking, and you know what's even worse? Things catching on fire, because there ain't no fire department. You're in trouble, Jack. You've got your own fire department, you run to it, you put it out. So very, very serious do we take fire on a ship, which you should take that everywhere, right? And so when we were taught about fire, and you know what caused it, what the components are, the triangle, everything, you don't have to go into that. One of the things that they really emphasized was, if there's ever a fire on the ship, make sure, obviously, you diligently go, you follow these processes, you put it out. But what they also told you was, hey, we've got to set what they call a reflash watch, okay? And what a reflash watch is, someone to watch it, to go, we put it out, but make sure it don't come back. Because you might run all the people to it, water, everybody's freaking out because you go down, you die. That's a bad one, right? And you know, ship compartments are boxes of metal, and you die in those, and it ain't good. All right. And so you put it out, you got all the things there, you're trying to cool it down, you get the fire out, you save the people, you do all that stuff. I was only involved in one fire, and I was so young and early on in the experienced people came in. But what they told us is, a lot of the damage, if we can get it done, can be it can pop up afterwards. Because you don't know, like smoldering materials, or the heat's still there, or there's little, you get a little bit of oil that goes back into it, and bam, you're in double trouble, right? Because no one has their guard up. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that is because it's the same thing on your PMP exam. Now, think of it as every time you show up to a question, it's essentially a fire or a problem, right? Now, you never show up and it's like, oh, this is perfect, we're just here to high five. No, there's a situation that you have to decode, figure out what the deal is, and you have to put the fire out, right? Now, we got to make a decision. Are we going to put the fire out by just spraying water at it, doing that stuff and walking away? And then fire comes out a little bit and we all die? Or do we want to take a disciplined approach to go get down to the root, put the fire out, watch it, make sure it's there, clean it up, remove the materials that could reflame it up, do all those things and be disciplined so that the fire doesn't go back up. So the same thing that I talked about with the fire is the same way you should look at the answers on the PMP exam. So if you're getting down to 2, and I know a lot of you are, and you're always taking the wrong path, it's because you're putting out the fire once. And the solution that you pick isn't a long-term solution. It's a one-time solution. And let me tell you the honest truth on it. You feel like a hero when you pick it, right? You feel like, I just saved the day. I am a superstar. I put out the fire. Look at me. And it feels good to take action right there. Fire somebody, move something, do things, make a change. Bang, bang, bang. Take decisive action. But a lot of times, if we were to really objectively look at it, we would say, I don't think this is going to solve the root. I don't think this is going to solve it long term. And I think this fire is going to start again. Okay? So when we talk about this, we want to talk about, what do we change in the system? How do we go back and analyze? How do we understand? How do we make a calculated decision? How do we change the way people are communicated or engaged, or the processes that we follow, or the people that are involved, or the way we deal with them? All right? We got to systematically change this, or what's going to happen? The same problem that you felt so good solving is going to pop up again. That is why you get the questions wrong. It's because you take the bait. Boom, quick answer. You don't do the disciplined one, long-term solution. And a lot of times, this also boils over into, well, this is what I would do in real life, because I'm like you, dude. I got emotions, I got ego, I got all these things, I got desires, I got fears, whatever, in projects where you want to take action to solve things now. They brought you a problem, solve it. Give them direction, use your genius, make those things happen. But just because you're doing that in real life, should you? Probably not. Not every time. You'd really want to get down and understand Not take forever, but understanding, go down and clean it up so that you don't have them walking and running to you to be the firefighter. So if we look at it and go like, well, that's not what I do in real life, you should ask yourself, what should I be doing in real life? Because we can't be cookie cutter and perfect like the systems like the PMI might lay out, but we can be closer to it. So think of yourself as a firefighter. Now we could just put the fire out and walk away, or we could be disciplined and understand, remove the fire, keep it from happening, remove the thing. Smokey the Bear would be proud, right? So what kind of problem solver do you want to be? That's why the way we solve questions is straight up logical. And if we use it right, it helps us long term. Like in our real life. Of course, we pass the test and we nail it. And we get 3 above targets and all that jazz. We also start introspectively looking at how we're solving problems. That's the coolest part. We start thinking. We start challenging. We start understanding. We open up the doors to betterment. And that's really good. So what can you do today? First thing you can do is every time you pick an answer and you're like, ooh, I'm between these two, you can ask yourself what? You can ask yourself long-term solution or short-term solution. See if you can lay that out. See it in your mind. Okay, what will happen if I do this? What would happen? Could it come back? If not, then we have the wrong one. If it won't come back, then we have the right solution. If it would potentially come back, you got to get off that answer. You got to go to the other one. This is really powerful. So slow down on how many questions you solve and really think about why you're answering questions. Use it. Use the technique now. All right? You can do better. That's a major technique. I got a basket full of them, one at a time, guys. One at a time. Here we go, all right? So, also, I'm doing more things like every evolution of solving problems and getting better takes like a really focused attempt. So I am in a metamorphosis stage right now. I don't know if that's right, but I'm getting ready to take the next level. We're already killing it in questions. I'm getting ready to take another level because I'm going deep into like 2nd, 3rd, 4th level of how we solve problems. So I want to do it with you. What I'm doing, in addition to the coaching calls that we have every week, boom, 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 every day, we go through hard question, I'm taking on a couple students, just me and them, all right? And so what we're doing is we're saying, let's go through some questions. I want to talk to you. I want to have some questions to wrap our arms around and go through it, just one-on-one, for me to test out a lot of these ideas and work them and see if they go through. Now, what I need is I just need a couple people to do it. We got tons in the program. They're growing. And then I just want to have a couple. Just a couple that we go through. So if you want to work personally with me, go through it and really get like the cutting edge of this stuff and get better like super duper double quickly, then all you got to do is either, this is the only way in, Scott@pmmasterprep.com, email me, go like, yo, I want to go and learn these new techniques. Like I want to be a personal student of yours to work through this stuff, because I'll set you in the calls, you and I face to face, and we're going to grind through this. Or you call me, 757-759-5282, or you email, text me or whatever. I'm going to take on like, let's just say 3 people. And we're going to grind through it. You're going to get your PMP. Like there's this, we're going to get your PMP. We'll get you through the program, but you're going to be able to work with me. So let's do that. Rock and roll. Keep it up and use this technique now. And if you want to get in the accelerator, go apply, do those things, and we'll keep going. So try the techniques. You're doing great. See you soon. Adios.